What's up, guys? It is Lizzie, and today we are going to be doing a life update with makeup. I'm currently on my own school laptop at the moment because, yes, but this is definitely a new setup. Those are my robes, but I'm gonna show you guys my whole new setup. It looks really messy, but I promise you it's a lot more organized than you think. I'm probably gonna have to figure out a new place to put you guys because I'm gonna need those palettes. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I think that's good. When the camera falls, then we'll switch positions. But, so it's gonna be a little bit of a life update and a makeup look. I'm gonna try and keep this as short and sweet as possible because for some reason my phone refuses to let me make big videos or save them to my phone. I'm gonna find my lighter and I'm gonna light some candles because it just makes me feel in the mood for some makeup. And I noticed that you guys seem to really enjoy my get unready with me and get ready with me video. I might start doing those. Who knows? But I have been really busy lately and there has just been a lot going on for me, and I'm gonna update you guys on it, so that should be exciting, huh? I'm probably gonna end up switching the camera after I go find a makeup look real quick and go find my lid. Be right back. Okay, so this is my lighter. It's like a blowtorch. Hold on, I'm trying to yeah. So, biggest, life update is I have been working my butt off for high school so I can graduate, because I was told that if I don't start doing it now, I'm not gonna graduate. So I've been trying my hardest to stay on track. I'm finishing classes left and right. At this rate, I could finish all of my 19 classes by March, maybe April. But that's just one teeny tiny thing. So if you guys watched the last video, the life update, if you haven't, go watch it if you have not watched the life update, you have to watch it so you guys know what's going on. Good. I prep my lips with Carmax. Literally my favorite thing ever in the whole wide world. But if you guys didn't know from the life update, pineapple, that whole situation, done, over with. Literally doesn't even matter anymore. I've got to shape my eyebrows. I haven't spoke to Pineapple in months after I texted him and I was like, hey, why are you telling everybody about this? Why are you telling everybody that I said that you and I were talking when I never said that? That never came out of my mouth. That did come out of P's mouth. I'm not saying names because I'm just not that kind of person. So I've decided I'm gonna go with this little cut crease blue moment because that's Loki slaying. Yeah, I could pretty much do that without. It'll be fine. But some of the issues I have been definitely dealing with from this drama in general is boys. Biggest problem. And it's not even men that are chasing after me. It's literally everybody else's man. And everybody's like all worried about their man. And I'm like, girl, date a woman. I'm gonna shape my eyebrows off camera because this makes so much noise. Okay, so I ended up switching the camera where it's at, but these are the eyebrows up close and personal. You can see literally every inch of acne on my face. So we're gonna go. Oh, I totally forgot that there was a candle there, and I got shocked by the heat, and I was like, whoa. Oh goodness. So we're gonna go with, this is too dark for my skin tone, and this is too light for my skin tone. So you know what we're gonna do? Exact. That is the beginning. Actually, no, that's not even the beginning. An off-brand e.l.f. primer. But, one thing that definitely did happen in that break is that I was talking to a guy. We're gonna name him, let's name him YB, like from Coraline. I looked at my Coraline sticker on my mirror and I was like, oh, YB. No, we're not gonna call him YB. We're gonna call him Stunts. So, Stunts and I were talking for a brief period of time after that whole pineapple situation. And I was like, really into it at first, and then I was like, I'm kind of not into this. He's not really my type. I really don't go after guys like this. And I'm putting more primer on because it doesn't feel sticky enough, but I will fix my hair in a second. But I cut him off for a few weeks or so. And then he texted me while he was out at a party, and he was like, hey, I know that you're not really into this kind of thing, and I'm just like pushing it on you, but you have totally nothing to worry about. I just wanted to get to know you, and because you seem like a really cool person. And then every girl is always gonna end up going back to it. So I ended up calling him the next night after that, and he and I were on the phone for hours. He was like, this is new. You've never really called me. And I'm like, we can call. And he and I kept talking, and at that time, after he and I were let's just keep our distance from each other for a short period of time, I heard that he was talking to somebody. When he and I started talking again, he was not telling me that he was still talking to that same girl. We're gonna call her Bat. So Bat and I eventually find out that he was not telling the truth. Oh, there goes a makeup brush. And one thing was how we both found out was through my sister, and my sister is friends with Bat. And something that he didn't tell us was that he was pursuing two girls, me and her. And so when she found out, she had called him and was like, hey, you're talking to another girl while you're entertaining me. You and I were literally in my room the other night. Mind you, those two are both adults. I am 17. He's 18, so he goes to my school. I go to school with him. So, when my sister was like, how is everything going with you and Stunts? I was like, oh, everything's going great. I literally haven't felt any better. I genuinely think that he and I might work out. And she was like, that's really funny because he is talking to Bat over here, telling her that he still loves her and shit. I'm like, oh. At first, I wasn't mad for me. I was mad for her. I was genuinely mad for just her. One thing that really ticked me off is that he didn't tell either of us. And so she called him after my sister had told me all of that, after she had told me yeah, Stunts is doing this and he's not telling either of you guys the truth, apparently. And so I proceeded to let Bats do her thing, let her talk to him first. So I did. And then I was on the phone with my sister the entire time. I don't have a working concealer at the moment, so we're just gonna go with the foundation because I can. One thing that Bat said when she came back from being on the phone with him when I was on the phone with my sister, she was like, yeah, he thinks he's poly. And if you guys don't know what polyamorous is, this is what it means. I'm not explaining it because it's not my place to. And then I was like, oh, okay. Interesting. And so I called him after that and I was like, hey, what you did was not okay, because not only did you hurt her, you hurt me in the process, but this isn't even about me. And then I just kept getting more and more mad with the things that he was saying to me. And I was like, okay, now this is becoming about me, because not only did you let this pretty girl down and tell her that you still loved her, mind you, they were together at one point. She thought that they got back together. That's what she was thinking. And so I was like, you're gonna have to give me some time to think about this. Because he asked me, he was like, you don't have to if you don't want to. I don't want you to feel pressured into this. And I was like, you're gonna have to let me have my space. Because this is just wrong on so many levels. And I need my time and I need to think about this. And he was like, yeah, okay, I get that. And so weeks go by and I'm like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out. So I hadn't talked to Bats in a cool minute. In fact, that was my first impression of her, was that phone call. And I was telling her, like, girl, you deserve better. You don't deserve him. So after I was telling him, like, hey, you and I should just stay friends, I don't think this is gonna work out. I was like, I just feel very suffocated and everything. And he was like, I never wanted that for you. You should have told me how you felt, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, how could I have told you how I felt when you're always with her? But, you know, I dropped that. So, Bats reached out to me and was like, hey, can we talk? Whenever you have the chance, just like you and I should just like sit down, have a conversation in person or on the phone, whichever works for you. And I was like, yes, of course. I didn't plan on telling him. I guess he had already known. But I eventually got the phone call. I eventually gave her my phone number, and so I was able to talk to her. This is my Fenty Beauty Cream Contour. I got it from my ex-best friend's stepmom. Shout out to her, I guess. I was on the phone with her for about a few hours, just talking. It was mostly trauma dumping. Like, she and I were both trauma dumping, and we were just like giving each other's backstory so we could learn more about each other, because she wanted to get to know me and I wanted to get to know her, because she sounded like a really great person. And when he and I like tried again, emphasis tried, after that phone call with me and Bats, I started feeling more and more left out. And in the description of polyamorous is basically where you have equal relationships, where you like them both equally, or you like them all equally. You can't pick one. It did not feel like that. In fact, it felt like the exact opposite of that. It felt like I was left out a lot. So, after Bats and I like got off the phone, I was like, hey, you, me, and Stunts should all go to the park on Halloween. We could all hang out and like get to know each other better, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, yes, that sounds amazing. We won't even tell him that we're both gonna be there. That plan went out of the window. She showed up with him. No big deal. Literally not a big deal. I didn't care less. I just wanted to hang out with them, because like I really wanted to get to know them both. It was Halloween, so there was parties gonna be there. There was gonna be lots of parties that night. So it wasn't unexpected that they had to leave to go to a party. However, it was unexpected that they left without saying a word and didn't even say goodbye. Literally, I turned around for 1 second and I turned back around. Their ride is gone. They're gone. That entire group was gone. I was like, oh my gosh. I did not get a text from Stunts till maybe 20-30 minutes later. Right away though, Bats immediately said, I'm so sorry. we had to go. Our ride wanted to get ready for the party. What he said was we had to go. So I was like, oh, okay. So I went home crying. I was crying in my friend's arms at the park. I was like literally bawling into his arms. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was like, I literally came here just to hang out with them, just for them to literally leave me. I do not to this day still blame them. I never blamed them. It was just like, y'all could have said bye in person, or y'all could have said something instead of doing that. My friend is gay, so nobody get ideas. But one thing, that night I cried. I cried so much. I cried in my makeup. I slept in my makeup. I slept in my costume. I literally did not have the energy to do a damn thing. And I just felt like absolute shit. And it was like, how are you going to say and do all of this for me and tell me you want to do specific things with me and only me? Like, how are you going to say that? But you know, it's fine. I let it go on for too long. I'll admit, I didn't tell him things. I didn't tell him how I felt, and I should have honestly told him how I felt. However, he honestly didn't make me feel like I could tell him that. I felt like I couldn't say anything. It just felt like I was stuck in a situation I couldn't get out. And he had every right to do this, by the way. But one thing, before he and I ended it for good, my ex-best friend came out of the woodwork because somebody that was friends with her, that was sort of friends with me, decided to tell me he got her pregnant. And that was the one thing I was worried about the most. And I was like, you're an adult. She's 16. What do you mean? So then, after I went to bed, he texted me at 3 in the morning. He was like, I'm just kidding, nobody got her pregnant, the fuck. You don't joke about something like that. And you sure as hell don't joke about taking perks. You sure as hell don't pretend about them being another drug. And you sure as hell don't lie to your best friend about it. Those are not funny jokes because it can get the cops called on you. Granted, I didn't call the cops the first time. That was my mother. About the drugs. Probably a sensitive topic a lot of people don't really like to talk about, but you know, it's what happened. But he had said that, created an entire fake conversation with my other ex-best friend. And so I made a video about it on Instagram, and I was like, you're lucky that you told me the truth before the cops were called. I fell asleep because I had no energy to call the cops then. Cause, you know, yeah. So that video got sent to my ex-best friend. And her mom got involved. Her mom was like, your daughter needs to stay out of my business. To my mother. Your daughter needs to stay out of my daughter's business. She shouldn't have called the cops on a stupid joke. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, I know that there's black. I used this freaking powder puff for black the other day. But she just kept going on and on and on about how I was a terrible daughter and how I don't tell her anything, blah, 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 and how she should start asking me what I'm doing and that I've done X, Y, and Z. And I wanted to talk to Stunts. And I was just slipped up right there. And, you know, I texted him. I was like, hey, can I please talk to you? I'm, on the verge of having a panic attack. Can I please call you? He was like, after this movie, yes. So I waited up for him for 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. He did not call me. He passed out in the middle, not even 20 minutes into the movie. And I did not get a text back until he saw me the next day at school. He was like, we can talk about it at break. And I was like, no, it's fine, because if I talk to you at break, I'm gonna hit you. That's exactly what I was gonna do, because like I literally had waited up 3 hours from 8 o'clock to 11. I had waited 3 hours. I had even texted him a second time. I was like, hey, you know, I'm about to pass out, just call whenever you have the chance. Seriously, did not get a text back till 2 minutes after the bell rang. At 7 in the morning. I was fuming. And, you know, at break, he was like, I know you're not gonna come and see me at break, but I don't think this is gonna work anymore. I can't do it. Can't do what? What are you even doing? What are we even doing? You literally said that you wanted a poly relationship and that you thought you were poly and you could never choose just one. If that was the case, why were you always hanging out with her? She was always there. Anytime I had called him, she was always there, and I could never talk to him about the things that I wanted to talk about because it felt awkward. I was lucid, fuming. I was fuming mad. And I was like, you know, I agree with you. You're right. This was never gonna work out anyways. There was a time where I would have thought it might have, but I just had no energy. At that time, I was genuinely running on autopilot. But I'm gonna figure out my brows really quick. I hate doing them on camera. I'm gonna have to do them off. Then, so I did the eyebrows. They're so cunt. I am one of those girls that describes myself as cunt. Yes. So now we're gonna continue on with the rest of the base. But right after he and I basically ended things, I found out I was moving to a different school. Still on campus, but just to, it's similar to a continuation school, but it's more online. It'll help me finish classes faster and it'll get me on track. So, I found out literally that day. So the next day, Friday, he texted me, he was like, where are you? Excuse me? No. Even if I were to tell you, you don't have the right to ask me that. Yes, we can still be friends, but like, I'm a little still upset at what you said. Because what do you mean you can't do this? What even is this? You made it very clear that you clearly wanted that's more than you wanted me. My eyebrows aren't matching. They're sisters, not twins. It's fine. But I was still very livid. That's the word I have been looking for like the past 10 minutes. I'm gonna be so honest with you. That was like the past 10 minutes I've been trying to figure out what's the word I'm looking for. But one thing that also had happened, I had made a TikTok. Follow my TikTok. It'll be right here. Follow it. If you don't follow it, I'm coming for you and your family. I had made a TikTok about the whole situation with me and my ex-best friends and her mom. And I said, you know, Sabrina Carpenter singing, I feel so much lighter like a feather with you off my mind. And she did the, I'm on SNL and you're not. I said that I'm clearly getting over it, and no, I said I'm getting over it and you're clearly not, because she's obviously not over the whole situation. Girl, it's been months. I'm not calling her out by her name. I am not saying anything out of disrespect. I'm just saying that this is crazy that you are continuing to harass me. I literally didn't even mention you. I mentioned your name once in the Instagram video. I did not tarnish your name. All I said is that he was 18 and you were 16, and that if you were actually pregnant, I could legally call the cops. Watch the video again. Be my guest if you're watching this. Probably not. She probably doesn't even know this exists. For now. Hopefully she'll find me one day. But I was her mom found the TikTok and sent it to my mom. It was like sending another paragraph of words just of me harassing her. Did not say your name at all. It could have been about completely something different. Yes, it was about you, but not everything is always about you. Let's get that straight. But I was dealing with all of that again. So, during Christmas break, not Christmas break. I want to say like Thanksgiving break. I had texted an old friend about the whole situation and he didn't respond until Thanksgiving break. Didn't even respond to that message either, by the way. But he had texted me again before Christmas break. And like when I say I have been going through a lot lately, I mean I have genuinely gone through so much in the past 4 months that I have no time to make YouTube videos anymore. Like I had like so many ideas before everything just started to like hit the fan. And yes, guys, I deleted all of my videos because I was just like, that era of me is done and over. That was my healing area. That was my healing era. You guys honestly helped me with that a lot, and I'm very grateful for that. I am so thankful for 1.4K. I cannot express how much happiness is like spewing through my bones right now. Now, I cannot tell you how happy I am that Christmas is over. So happy, actually. I'm genuinely so happy. But this is one of the palettes I got for Christmas. Contour. Oh my god. Wait. Oh! This is literally my first time trying the contour. I literally was just using like my really, really old contour palette that's like, it's expired, but I only use it for the highlight, honestly. But this whole thing, I don't even know why I put that back on. I'm gonna use it again. I'm probably gonna add one of these peachy tone blushes. None of them are peachy. I think this is like the only one that's close to peach. No, it's not. I'm gonna mix it with contour. That's lovely. I love to do it as close to my eyeballs as possible because it just makes me look more youthful. Granted, I already look like I'm 12. So. This is just a light shade. It's not something too crazy. I always put it in my eyes. No matter what color I'm doing for the eyeshadow that day. I will always bring it close together. Like I want it to look like I'm naturally flushing. Like I always look, it's always the contour that I always like keep screwing up the most because like I never really understood the concept of blending for like the longest time, and like now that I know, it's like so hard. But after all of that situations that were happening, my mom and I started getting into more arguments, normal things that happen in families. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through my new palettes that I also got. I covered this in stickers, but it's the artistry, I'm not saying it right, but I don't care. It's the artistry palette from She Glam. This is also from She Glam, if you can't tell. I have a lip oil. That is not no lip oil. It's a freaking lip plumper. But I'm gonna This shit doesn't start fucking working. Ay. Ooh. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Wait, actually. Look at that. The light's not even shining on it. Oh my gosh. That is the shade. I'd have to go back and find the plastic things to find out what shade that is, but oh my gosh, that is so cute. Anyways, but after all of that happened, I had decided, I was like, you know, I need a genuine break. So I took a break from literally everything. Even before like all of that crap started happening, I just felt like I was suffocating and I needed to get out. So if anybody thought that I was just like, you know, ignoring them, not talking to them, or literally whatever you guys thought, literally I am so sorry I could not, you know, be okay enough to make videos. I was genuinely struggling. It was really hard for just a lot of things. It wasn't even just all the drama. It was just like I was dealing with things at home. I was dealing with schoolwork. Like I was struggling for the longest time. My mom had told me one day, she was like, what are you doing up so early? And it was like 5 a.m. I hadn't slept. I was getting ready for school, and I don't know how we got to the my bad. I don't know how we got to the topic of it, but I must have said something, and she was like, what even are you doing? You won't even do your classes. And it was right after I'd started Monroe, the school. I'm in English enlisted in. For the love of Pete, was that so fucking hard? God. Jeez. Louise, sorry. I apologize for my language. I have just been stress couture. Okay, I'm gonna try and figure out what I'm gonna do with my eyes really quick. I know that I said I was gonna do the blue cut crease, but I need to figure out what's the starting color I need to use and how I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna start it first, and then I'm gonna come back, and then I'm gonna do the tutorial for you guys. I'm gonna do one eye, and then I'm gonna do the other. All right. Okie dokie, so it's not a blue cut crease, yes, I know, but look at how pretty that looks. I'm gonna fix the eyeliner when I start to do this eye, but now I'm gonna show you how I did this eye, and let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna take this gray shade, and then a little bit of the light blue, and then we're gonna go back with the gray, and we're gonna tap, and then we're just gonna go all up in the crease. It's not gonna be noticeable for a reason, because it's just a base shade, and we're just doing it just to basically like outline where I'm gonna be putting all of this. If you have blue eyes, literally put on baby blue eyeshadow. It will look so good. Like, I used baby blue eyeshadow for the first time the other day, and I looked so good when I was doing my do your makeup as they did when you were born, and they did the baby blue and all sorts of things. So you can see a little bit of it, and you can only see it just looks like a shadow, just like a little small shadow that's just gonna blend up a little bit higher, because I do not like that harsh line. So blend and blend. Oh, and make sure you really like make the crease like really dark, especially like close to the middle, because it will make your eyes pop more. Literally, this is how to glow up in 10 seconds, guys. Or however long this took. 30-40 minutes tops. So now I'm gonna go in with the dark blue with my half-broken brush because I accidentally stepped on it. So, guys, I'm a messy person. So I'm gonna take the darker blue out of this palette. Yes, it's a shimmer, I know that. Nobody really uses shimmers to make things. Or they normally use like solid colors to create the look they're going for before they go with shimmers. Now, this is like the only dark blue I have that creates that. What is up with my eye today? It's creating that small shade. As you can see, you can clearly, I did miss a small spot right here on my other eye, but I'm fixing it right now. I'm gonna fix this eye in a few minutes, but we're gonna still continue going with this. Yes, I know some of the sparkles from the other eye got to this eye, but that is okay because it's gonna get covered up anyways with the exact same sparkle. So it's not a big deal. So it's gonna look a little bit like that. Guys, I'm not a professional. Do not take my word for this. I do plan on going to beauty school though. I hope that works out for me. Not only is this a little life update, this is like what I want to do with myself for the next 5-6 years. So I low-key just really want to create a bigger community on here. Like, have more and more fans and like more and more people to connect with, and you know, more and more people that genuinely enjoy my content. Granted, I'm not a very funny person. I can be at times. I can be funny at times, trust me. But like a lot of people like to call my content cringe and to make it like all sorts of. I'm using the same light blue that I used with the gray just to tap it on. I'm literally just picking it up with my finger and tapping it on my eyelid just halfway through because we don't want the entire thing light blue, but we do want to have that effect where it's like shadowy. Like you guys know what I'm trying to say. I do want to have a big community by the time I'm like 21. I'm actually praying that you guys get me to at least 100,000 before I hit 19. I am turning 18 this year, guys. Next year, in a month. I am turning 18 on the 1st of February, and I had to wipe my hands off. So I'm still gonna take a little bit more of that light blue. It takes a minute because this is from Amazon, but it's also the Paris Hilton Bombshell Beauty. I've literally never heard of that before in my life, but I am grateful for it. I love it, actually. I actually love the colors. I love that it comes with highlighter and contour. I accidentally got the yellow highlighter on the, oh, look at that. Look at that! You can't really see it much, but like it's so pigmented. Just the lighter shades aren't, because you know they're supposed to like blend things out. So now that I did that, I'm gonna go in with my Artistry palette. I said it right this time, oh my goodness. With that same silvery shade that I was literally gagged about earlier. And I'm just gonna collect a little bit of it on my fingers until I get enough for me that's gonna be happy about it. So I'm just gonna tap it all over where I put the baby blue. Like so. I'm gonna go over. The one thing I don't like about it is that some of the eyeshadow is lifting, but you know, this is just an eyeshadow look for fun, and you guys can recreate this look however you want. Literally, you don't have to follow my same base routine. You can go by your own base routine and just do the same eye look, and you could add more eyeliner, you could add less eyeliner, you could add more blue, less blue, you know, that is your preference. This is not like a makeup tutorial. This is just me doing my makeup and giving you guys a life update and a plan for the next 5 years. I'm gonna do my eyeliner off camera because I am terrified that I'm gonna mess it up on camera and then I'm just gonna like lose my shit. But then we're gonna go and fix my contour on my nose because you can't really tell that I have contour on it. I mean, unless you look from the side. But it's not how my contour normally is. But I'm gonna do the eyeliner on the other side, add a little bit of highlight in the inner corner so I can do my inner corner eyeliner because that's gonna take me a minute. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Okay, so I added a little bit more eyeliner. It looks amazing. We're gonna put mascara on first before we start with my contour because I just need to literally do my mascara, otherwise I will literally lose it. But I don't wear fake lashes at the moment. I don't have lash glue and I don't got the lashes for it. Well, okay. I have lash clusters, but my glue for that dried up real quick, and I got it off of Amazon, so you know, expected. If it was like from like Shein or something, it probably would have been a little bit more better. But if I had gotten like the lash clusters off of like a very good brand, it would have been a whole lot. It would have been a different story. But they were like the cheapest I could find, and I only had like a $15 gift card, so all I did was buy myself lip liner, nails, and lash clusters, and that like all happened like right before my ex-best friend and I got into that big fight. And we haven't talked since. But one of the biggest things that I really want to do with my life after high school is, well, obviously get a job so I can pay, you know, bills and stuff and such. And then I'm gonna work towards getting a car, and then I'm gonna work towards moving out of my house and moving to New York. Yes, I know the cost of living there, and yes, I know it's astronomical. I have already found 5 apartments in my price range that I can pull off. However, I can only honestly pull that off if I have like a lot of money saved up and lots of followers. I literally I've done all of my research. I've watched so many shows based in New York, like crime shows like Law and Order, SVU, Law and Order, the other ones. I was a very big Law and Order fan with my mom. Oh, maybe it's on Hulu. I haven't seen it in a minute. It was a good show. That's a good show. I genuinely love that show. Oh, I think it is. Can you see the difference between my normal lashes and the way my lashes look with this mascara, the literal dupe from Benefit? Like the e.l.f. Lash and Roll, it is so good that I have put like so many people on it. Like my friend Grace, she was like, oh my gosh, you know your mascara that you got? I got the same one and I love it. I literally love the way my lashes look with it. I was like, literally same. I barely have to curl my lashes. And I'm not a fan of curling my lashes. And when I curl my lashes, it's like normally like right after I do mascara. I know it's wrong. I know you shouldn't do it, but I do it anyways because do not mind all the screaming you guys hear in the background. It's literally my family playing D&D, so they're all like tweaking out or whatever. This mascara is so good that I'm almost out of it. So I hope to goodness that I get a $100 gift card like I did last year for my birthday. That would be amazing. It's always my left eye that never does the mascara the way I want it to go. Like, I literally have to, like... And it's always this side that I end up doing it. You know, it's fine. I was gonna add dots anyway, so I'll just leave it there. But... I know everything I need to know about... Fucking Christ. I'm just gonna let it dry and then I'm gonna do it later. But another thing I really want to do is that after New York, if I have not found my dream husband who is 32 years old while I'm like 24, 25, then I'm moving to Europe. That has been one of my biggest things. I want to move to Europe, or at least I want to visit I want to see the world. I I've always needed to have to do something, otherwise I get bored very easily. So that's why I created this YouTube channel for you guys, because I hope that you guys enjoy my content as much as I enjoy making it when I have the chance and when I don't have, 4 months breaks. That Corey Kenshin break though, that was crazy, and how he literally posted a trailer to his new manga and literally was like, hey, it's been a while, bye-bye. I was like, oh my goodness, Corey, you were literally in the FNAF movie and this is the last thing we hear from you? Is it's been a while. Read my manga when it comes out. Yes, he made a new video, I saw that. And I'm really happy for him. I'm glad he took the break, and I'm glad he was able to do whatever he could to get back to where he needed to be. And it's like the biggest problem everybody has is that when YouTubers take breaks, everybody just like loses their minds. Like, sometimes people just need a big break. Sometimes people just want the time and the space from social media, because social media can be very draining, especially if you're like getting all sorts of publicity, bad or good. Yes, I have been doing my mascara for like 5 minutes now, and I get it. I've been trying to make this eye look close to that one. Trying to get this off. Oh no, it's gonna piss me off. Okay, so half of that eye is gone. We're gonna fix it. Yeah, okay, now we're back to where we were. Now we're gonna go back in with the contour. Now we're gonna try out these, because honestly I didn't really try it. I'm gonna go with the same brush that I used for my eyeshadow, except I'm like already like, I'm gonna, yeah, good enough. I've got to wash my brushes. So I'm just waiting until I can get enough money to leave this town, because I live in a really small town and not a lot of people seem to like me, which isn't uncommon. A lot of people don't necessarily like me because I'm just weird. For the longest time I was known as the blue headphone girl. You guys saw it in my last video. If you guys didn't watch the video, I'm gonna touch up right here. Literally, it makes my nose look so much lifted, and it just so cunty. I'm gonna blend it up to my brows so it looks a lot more natural. Perfect. Whew. Now that that's done, I am almost completely done with my entire makeup look. Now, I won't put any other highlighter on my nose except for this shade. This shade is so, it's just, do I need to say more? Literally, it's the most affordable palette I have ever used, ever gotten. This was like my first contour palette that I ever bought from, I don't even remember where I got it from, honestly. I just got it a long time ago. Yeah, I got it like a really long time ago. I put this sticker on it. But I got this like a really long time ago. I don't even remember where I got it. I think my mom got it for me when I was like, it was like for my 16th birthday, I think. But like, do I need to say more? This highlighter is so good. And yes, I'm highlighting my forehead. Lots of people like to think it's weird that people highlight their foreheads, but I still have that black spot from when I was setting my face earlier. You guys can't necessarily see it from like right back here, but if you look close enough, you can kind of see it. You toasty? I have been watching way too much Markiplier. Way too much, but it's fine. I love Mark. Who doesn't love Markiplier? Honestly, I want to be like him, Except I don't want to have an OnlyFans. Okay, now it's time for the last step. I don't have any setting spreader. What? Setting spray? I just spit everywhere. What the fuck? Sprite is my favorite drink in the whole wide world. I'm sorry that I have gotten off topic like several different times already, but now we're gonna go in with a brown eyeliner because I have no lip liners. Baddie on a budget, guys. Very well blended out, but trust me, guys, it is so buildable. This is literally everything I need in a lip liner. I have never felt so happy to have my lips this shade. Like, it's just that good. LA Colors should release a lip liner. And I pray that it's like this exact formula because, oh my goodness. It's literally everything I want and need in an lip liner, except this is an eyeliner. I blended it out with my lips. I'm gonna go with the stereotypicals, and I'm gonna put, I feel like this doesn't even need anything more. I think I'm gonna just take my hair down and just wear it as is. I think this is good. I think this is the look. How'd I do, guys? It was not like the inspo picture at all, but I changed my mind and I didn't feel like doing a cut crease because 1, I don't have a concealer, and 2, I just have no energy to do that. But this is giving baddie with a freaking 8 because why did this literally eat? I'm gonna go edit this video and hopefully it'll be done by, let me check the time, by close to 6 p.m. tonight. If it's not here by 6 p.m. tonight, maybe 9 p.m. tonight, I'm gonna have my little sister help me tweak out the video a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching my video, enjoyed listening to my life update. Let me know what you guys want me to do next. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys want me to do in the future when I have the time. Again, I can't guarantee I will always be on here because it's just something that I have to make the time for. If I don't have the time for it, I'm sorry. Have a great day, and I will see you guys later.